Hey there! Thanks for your interest in our brand new mobile crew tracking app. This video will be a brief overview of that app and show you what its functionality includes. So it's specifically for crews and tracking their time and materials and equipment and so on. We should let you know it is an add-on to Manage 360, so you have to have that in order for the app to work. Manage 360 is an end-to-end, full-on landscape business operating system. It includes a CRM, sales pipeline management, estimating, a tie back to our landscape design software for takeoffs and estimating, crew tracking, job tracking, change order management, scheduling, routing, billing, and reporting. The crew leader can clock in and out and has the ability to edit their clock ins and clock outs. So if they forget to clock in when they arrive on the job site, they can go back later and fix that time. They can make crew changes on the fly, which is really nice because there's some crews that just aren't completely made up from day to day, and there are floaters, and sometimes you just have to be able to adjust, and the crew leader can do that on the fly through the app. They can track time, location, materials, equipment, subcontractors, and miscellaneous items. They can enter notes, which is really nice as a communication system back to the office. So if there's anything that the back office needs to know, the crew can enter in those notes and let them know. There's a GPS stamp on the clock in and the clock out. So you always know where your crew is when they clock in and out. We have grouped maintenance visits so that when you have a maintenance route that has multiple job sites in a very close proximity, the crew leader can clock in for the very first visit and then clock out at the very end, including all of those sites, and the app will distribute the actual amount of time based on what was estimated. There's an employee summary so that the crew leader can see all of the clock ins and outs for their crew for the entire day or for one specific job or visit. And there's an express clock out function. So all a crew needs to do is clock in throughout the day. When they clock into one place, the app will automatically clock them out of the last place they were at. It's available in Spanish with just a button to tap. There's a crew audit page inside of Manage 360, so you can see all of the clock ins and outs, when or if they were edited, and where they were in proximity to the job site. And we'll show you that on a Google map. The app is also available in offline mode, so if the crew leader happens to accidentally put the phone in airplane mode, or they happen to be in a dead zone where there's no cellular data connection, the app will continue to work. They'll be able to continue to clock in, clock out, track all of their time, their materials, their equipment, enter any notes, so long as at the very beginning of the day they have access to Wi-Fi so they can download their timesheet, and then at the end of the day they can submit their timesheet. It is fully available offline, which is really nice. It is now available in the Apple App Store and on the Google Play Store. So let's check out some screenshots of our brand new mobile app. So when the crew leader first logs in, they'll be presented with any timesheets that they're responsible for corresponding to the crew. So in this case, the crew leader here is responsible for the gray crew and the blue crew. Here you have the blue crew with all of their visits in order for that day. Here along the top, you have the name of the crew, you have the date of the timesheet, the information about each visit that they need to do that day. This orange button is their clock in button. You have the ability to clock in, clock out, and enter any notes for the day. So if there's any equipment or general comments that the crew needs to convey back to the office, they can enter that there. Down here we have this small orange plus. This is to add any kind of non-billable labor activity. And it's really important to track non-billables so that you can compare your productive versus non-productive time. And so here we have our list of non-billables. This is completely configurable by you. And so, for example, we have break time, company meeting, doctor's appointment, lunch, sick time, travel time, unload time, weather delay, and yard time. You can add to this. You can take away. You can add your own. Very configurable by you. Here we have the clock in confirmation screen. So it'll give you the service name, the account name, the crew and who is on that crew. If there are changes to that crew for that particular visit, you can remove someone and add someone as well. You can go ahead and adjust your clock in time, and you can provide instructions to the crew for that particular visit. And here within the maintenance visit details, tapping on the notes will allow you to enter notes from the crew, and it'll also allow the crew to enter notes to the customer, and you have the option later during billing to include those notes. And within the maintenance visit details, we have a status and substatus. The crew leader can change the status from open to closed once they complete the visit so that it tells Manage 360 that it's now ready for billing. When you go back to the list of all of the visits on the timesheet, there's three little buttons or three little dots at the top corner. And when you tap on that, you'll get directions to your next visit, the ability to reschedule visits, so anything that you didn't get to that day. You'll be able to see an employee summary, which includes all of the clock-in information with the total amount of hours worked that day, and the ability to submit your timesheet. Once you submit the timesheet from the phone, it'll be sent back to the server for Manage 360, and it'll be taken off of the crew leader's phone. Here's an example of a construction job. And so here we have an outdoor fire pit for the DeViti residence. And same idea, we have the orange button for clock in, your clock out down here, adding any items, and adding any notes. Here we have the job log for this particular construction project with all of the work areas and equipment, all the materials and the labor. So this particular tab here, when we tap on that, allows you to filter by work area. So when we tap on that, you'll get all of the work areas available within that particular job based on the contract. So you can filter. Just an easy way to manage getting all of the information into the app by the crew leader. So here we have filtered to the work area landscape behind the pool, and we've also tapped on the material tab. So for this particular work area, we're only looking at the materials. So here the crew leader can enter in how many boulders that were used, how much compost, how many of the white dogwood that was used, and so on. And so you can track on a day-to-day basis what materials, what equipment, how much time was used against that job. So on a daily basis, you can track what was used versus what was estimated. So this is truly your job, tracking your job costing on the fly. So how does mobile tracking help you? It, first of all, stops with printing all the paper. So no more paper timesheets. It reduces the amount of admin time. So getting those paper timesheets filled out and then handing them back into someone at the office so that someone in the office can then enter them in against the job. It also shifts accountability to the crew leader. The crew leader is now responsible for tracking what their crew does, how much equipment they use, how much time on the machines that they use, how much material they use that day, and then submitting that timesheet at the end of the day for the crew on their behalf so that they can get paid. It increases crew efficiency. No longer are they worrying about where the paper timesheets are and who's going to track what and how it gets written down, and or waiting to the end of the day and forgetting how much they used and where they were when they did something. The ability to track non-billable time or any time that's not specifically related to a job or a contract. It improves the accuracy of your job costing data. This is really important. It comes in real time, so as soon as the crew is done that day, they can submit their timesheet, and it will come back into Manage 360, and then someone in the back office will then do the final approval if everything is right. Once they make the final approval, all of that information gets placed against the job. It allows for better overall estimating, because what happens here is, now that you have accurate job costing data, next time you go to estimate a similar job, you have more information on what went right, what didn't go right. Did we underbid that? Did we overbid? And so it just allows you to get better and better. I really hope you'll get in touch with us. We would love to show you more about the app and to help you schedule your own customized live demo of the app. You can see it in action for yourselves. Give us a call. It's 1-800-710-1900, extension 2, and that will get you to our sales department, and you'll be able to speak with an account manager. Or send us an email, sales@DynaSCAPE.com. And I'd also like to invite you to check out our website, DynaSCAPE.com/crew app, and you can see in more detail what all of the features and benefits include for our brand new mobile tracking app. Thanks again. My name is Joe Salemi. I'm the Product Marketing Manager with DynaSCAPE Software. Please get in touch with us. We'd love to talk to you about this more.